Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another normal game sent in by you, the fans, to Lifesaglitchtv at gmail.com. Mr. Maximus Black.
Yes.
Hit me up with that old school noise. Up here in the top left, we've got MacroMan, the red Protoss, and in the bottom right, we've got the blue Terran virus.
PVT. Before we get started, got to give a shout out to our sponsor, NordVPN. Head on over there. Link is in the description below. Get yourself a 2-year subscription. And when you do that using our link, take a screenshot of that order and send us a replay of your choice under 30 minutes to Lifesaglitchtv at gmail.com. Link to that is also in the description of this. Big thanks to everybody that's been supporting NordVPN. Stay safe, stay anonymous out there, guys. It's 2024, which is actually just insane to even think about. But we're here because 2021, 2022, and the majority of 2023 didn't exist.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That is accurate. Oh, what do we got to start this? Nothing is happening. We've already plugged. We just spent 3.5 hours on the podcast.
I know. We should, like, it's like, I have nothing else to say to you at this point. Like, I feel like...
We like all the memes have been said. If you haven't watched the podcast this last week and you're just like, you want to turn something on while you're working at home, it's a 3.5 hour banger that is based off of a notes list. There was only 2 things on the list, and neither of them lasted all that long. And then everything else was just off the dome for like 3.5 straight hours. So if we sound a little bit out of it, it's because we just did that for 3.5 hours and now we're here, but that's okay. I'm sure something will invariably happen to turn the tides of casting battle here at any given moment. But for now, both gentlemen are pretty happy to just kind of chip along as it were and macro up. Although
Standard.
I will say at least for now, the Protoss seems to be ever so slightly ahead of the Terran, just based on that expansion timing, but that doesn't mean a lot when mules
he's
come
got
into
one
play.
right here. Yeah, he's got one right here. So he's gonna float that off. It's pretty standard on both sides here. We got a fast Twilight here, so this is kind of out of the norm. Is he going for like a DT rush, or is he just gonna get charge? Yep. Okay, so there's the shrine. This is a bit strange. I can honestly say I have not opened up with DTs against Terran. Simply because of scans and turrets. On the other side, we're going to be double pumping Cyclone, so this is very standard. He's getting another expansion, so we're going heavy macro. It's going to be opening up with the 2 expansion to the 1 of Protoss, which actually may work out here for Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. Oh, no, it's MacroMan. Ooh, yeah.
Close enough.
Close enough. Yeah, it might actually work out. I mean, he is going to have more scanning power, but he's not going to have... He doesn't have, like, that bunker and the missile turrets, like the regular defense stuff, because 400 minerals have gone into a command center now. So depending if he can get out... Like, I don't know why he still doesn't have a forward pylon. When you're going DT like this, you want to warp in DT the moment this thing finishes, you want to be as close as humanly possible, because those timings are everything. Right now, the shrine is finishing. If he had a proxy pylon here, or even in here, anywhere, he'd be hitting with DT right now.
And there's not really...
It's one scan.
There's not really a lot of... Yeah, he's got 1 scan worth of energy. That's what I was about to say.
No, he's
really
running.
Not...
It's missing his timing.
So this is the timing is not going to be there. You know, you might be able to somehow get away with this, maybe against another Protoss or another Zerg, but against a Terran, the timing window is crazy tight before scans just kind of nullify what you've got. That being said, I mean, it's LAGTV. There could be some misplayed scans or unfortunate couple, like a double drop. Yeah, but he definitely does need to split for sure.
Yeah, he needs to take 1 DT in, attack here, force a scan. So there's 1 scan. Needs to run that out of the radius. Should have ran that immediately out. forces the second scan. Very good job there by Virus to split up the Cyclones to have a little bit in each. 3 scans have gone off. Now, Adam, just imagine if he would have attacked 20 seconds earlier, right? He'd do a lot more damage. Obviously, he wasn't going to end the game here. Another scan's going to go down, but now he's got to run all the way across the map. Actually, he's got a Warp Prism now. But, yeah, 3 command centers, pretty much infinite scans. He's immediately putting down an engineering bay so he can get those missile turrets. And once those come out, pretty much this will be negated. The good news is, slowed down this command center from lifting off and going there, slowing down mule production, and he's not really over-committing. He's only brought down 3 DTs. If I was him right now, I'd be putting down my 3rd while I continue to do this harassment.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is going to be a dangerous scenario here. He doesn't quite know that is there dropping in just yet, so this could be a bit of a tickler. But at this point, I guess I'll ask
He's
Mr.
overcommitting
Black.
now.
When is it an overcommittal? Because
now
you baited scans and stuff for a while, and that does slow down their ability to crank out Mule and to get ahead of you financially. But these DTs don't come for free.
Nope.
And you're not doing enough damage to offset it, and there goes your drop. So I mean, really, at this point, you've got to think the Protoss has to change up the strategy, and it looks like he might be doing that as I see an Immortal in production and Charge on the way.
Yeah, he really overcommitted there. He's got to think, like, that first timing attack, you need to be using that while you're macroing in behind. His name is MacroMan, so he should know better. I mean, this is Diamond, so these guys are playing well. They're playing pretty standard openings now, transitioning into Immortal, which is exactly what you want to do. Charge, obviously, is going to be big against this mech. But really, an overcommitted 5 DTs, maybe 6. I didn't get a full count, but at least 5 and a Warp Prism completely gone, and really only got maybe 3 SCVs out of that. So it was a horrible trade. And now we have a lot more Cyclones in play here. Now with 2 Immortals, he's going to be able to destroy this pretty easily. He's going to keep pumping out these Immortals, a 3rd one on the way. Still getting Stalkers. I would have rather him have went for Charge instead of Blink. I don't know why he's opted to go for Blink instead of Charge, because I just don't think Stalkers are overly great against Cyclones, especially at large numbers. But, yeah, we'll see.
Does this guy think this guy's like map hacking or some shit? Like, where's the observer? I don't know if that's because he thought that he got spotted coming in for the attack, like really early, even though he just did an attack in that exact same scenario within like a minute and a half. As it turns out, it was actually just a DT running up the middle of the map.
Yep.
That was giving away, and I don't think he's considered that. And now 2 more en route. As Virus continues to go. Now, here's a question. How much longer can he continue to go down this version of mech before it, too, is an overcommittal now that we've seen what MacroMan's doing, who, by the way, is out-macroing Virus pretty heavily at the moment?
Yeah.
And I feel like Virus is going to need to do something here to pick up the pace, or he's going to be left behind as these DTs get back to work.
Yeah, I mean, that DT just put in some serious work there. 36 units lost, and now he's coming up in behind, does a forward blink to get rid of the siege tank. 4 Immortals in play. He needs to get all of those Immortals attacking these Cyclones and not the SCVs. Very well played there from Virus, pulling off those SCVs to soak up some of the DPS while the Cyclones in behind deal damage. Beautifully placed siege tanks up at the top. Into the main, and is going to blow up the rest of the stuff here. Very well played there from Virus. Really should have lost a lot more, but still lost a significant amount of workers. And if I was our Protoss player, I'd be recalling these 3 Immortals right now, healing them back up and getting back in with the army. And that's exactly what he does. So well played there, and this barracks is going to blow as well. He is quite literally sitting on 4 factories, no racks, no Stargate or starports, and a Dream. So well played there from MacroMan, and also a pretty good defense, all things considered, from Virus. But now he's severely behind, a 4th now going up.
Yeah, man, that really stung. Just towards the end there, I saw what he was trying to do. He was really hoping to get that last Immortal. he overcommitted to that attack a little bit. I think overcommitment is kind of the name of this game so far. We've seen it from both sides, but in that instance, Virus overextending a bit, losing more units than he needed to there for that defense. Like MacroMan was already leaving, and he overextended and lost a couple more units, and he needs everything he can get his hands on, because here comes another attack with 3 more DT, 4 Immortals, and a couple of Stalkers.
No.
He's got himself positioned with a bunch of tanks, so you can't just walk in there.
No.
But MacroMan is getting to a point where he's going to be able to start moving here. He's at 4 base now, I think, back at home.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what he was thinking there. He just threw like 3 Immortals and DTs, killed a lot more SCVs, almost got a whole bunch more just from the splash damage of the siege tank, but that was not a good trade from MacroMan. He really just needs to continue to tech up. He needs more gateways. He's sitting now on 4 base. He should honestly have like 12 gates. He's going to start triple pumping the upgrades. Also, these could have been started significantly earlier. Now grabbing high temp to make Archon. This army is starting to look scary. Really wish he would have kept those Immortals alive. It would have made the world of a difference, especially if Virus starts to move up the map. He is still pure mech. Pure mech. So Immortals, Archons, that's going to be the route to go. Maybe even getting some air if Virus continues to stay on this this tech path, which is basically just tanks and cyclones.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I was just getting friggin' messages here. For sure, absolutely. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, what can Virus even hope to accomplish here right now, except to drag this out a little longer?
Yeah, well, that's what he needs to do.
Before
Exactly.
getting it, he needs to hold. Well, I mean, like coincidentally, he needs to hold here and hope that this goes a little longer to give him a chance. Right now, he's really set up for basically defending. Obviously, look at all these tanks. I mean, my God. I mean, nobody's gonna walk up the ramp.
Yeah, it's Turtle Terran. Yep.
But that being said, MacroMan has lived up to his name after maybe holding off for a little bit.
Like, what are you doing?
That's weird. He should know by now that that's just not going to happen, especially with 5 zealots.
It's just like 500 minerals gone for nothing.
He needs to focus on breaking this tank wall, and that's not going to be the thing that does it. But at the same time, I don't know what Virus is hoping to accomplish with that either. Both gentlemen are poking where they shouldn't be going. Yeah, here comes some more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for the Zealot pushes, but he needs to wait until Virus is out of position. He needs to wait until they're unsieged, working their way up the map, having these proxy pylons here on each side, and then doing warp cycles, not overcommitting on the warp cycles, but 5, 6 Zealots here, 5, 6 Zealots there, and then splitting those attacks while Virus is moving out. What he needs to do is he needs to use Zealots and his army to stop any extra expansions, because he's probably going to go for planetary fortresses on any and all expansions moving forward. And with siege tanks, planetaries, it becomes a turtle game. And the last thing that you want to do is play a 40-50 minute game against Terran playing the turtle match. Now he's out of position. These Zealots are going to go down. A bunch of Immortals down here cannot walk up this ramp. So there goes that. Now you want to go in, you want to attack with Zealots. Here we go. Now we're getting some warp ins. This is good. This is much better.
Yeah, much better. I don't know if he waited enough for Virus to get enough out of position. He's going to get a little bit of work done here for sure. He left the tank behind to help clean some of that up, and he does in fact get a couple of things cleared out of the mineral line, but nothing major as Virus continues to do now like that old-fashioned tank creep.
Yep.
Up the mid-map to try to get himself in a position to start picking away at what is now the 5th base for MacroMan, which really, I mean, he's living up to his name. Unfortunately, the micro side failing him a little bit right now, as he's really struggling to figure out how to best, employ all of these units, and he seems to have found a bit, as I say that, a bit of an opening here down below.
Yeah, he's going to get rid of this. This really should have been a planetary. It's not, though, and he does not have enough DPS here on the ground probably to kill this command center before it floats back to safety. So he is going to clean up all of those SCVs. Now the tanks are going to get into a good position to siege up here and not allowing him to get up that ramp. But very well played to stop this. Does not want to walk up there. This is a death sentence. That is a very scary army, and MacroMan needs to do exactly what he's doing. Continuing to expand, getting more and more structure, still has nowhere near enough, sitting at 3,300 minerals. I understand he's maxed out, but you need to have the ability to remax instantaneously if you take a bad fight. There's a good scan there from Virus. He's going to siege up, and now he needs to completely keep going from the sides. DTs and or Zealots. I think Zealots are the much more cost-effective unit to do harassment at this point. And it doesn't require gas. They're going to have charge. They're going to get in there quicker. But he is doing a good job at the harassment.
Man, the amount of money flowing through MacroMan's veins right now as he's been stuck at 200 for a while, and you're right. We've seen many a match get thrown being so far ahead from an economic standpoint, and with map control, only to have it all go away with something like that.
No.
Just decimated, walking right into a massive amount of sieged up tanks. You can't do that. No way, no how. And that's immediately evening it out as we are now starting to see more Thors enter the mix as well for Virus to complement this tank creep that he's got going on, as now he has pretty stable mid-map control with the Thors back home. MacroMan getting his 6th base. Continuing, I mean, he's really committed to this name, let me tell you.
Well, you need to.
Unfortunately, as all that macro he's got, like you said, no production is going to catch him with his pants down.
He's got to commit here, and he's just going to get fucking melted. That is a lot of siege tanks. Horribly placed units there from MacroMan. He had to have seen this coming. What you need to do when you have this many base, let this die. You've already mined quite a bit. You've got so many other bases. It's a good time to do a recall up here or a recall over here, even though you can't do it up there. To do it there and then go attack. Let this die. Almost take the trade. Force a bad fight. You are not, with that army composition, going to be able to move into this. It's just not going to happen. It's not feasible. So that was really poorly played there from MacroMan and well played from Virus. But this game is not over yet. You know, anybody can win this. It really just depends on if MacroMan can continue to keep enough bases alive and keep making more gateways. Look, now he's struggling to make gateways. He's at 4,400 minerals. This is exactly what I talked about. Not enough structures. He does have 3 carriers on the way, which is going to help, but Thors are here, and he's going to need a good, you know, 5, 6 carriers. I mean,
Virus, why do you have to run your mouth? Just shut your lips. Try to win the game. For God's sake, nobody wants to hear your flapping gums as he moves up into here. But yeah, I think like the magic number of carriers is like 4 or 5 for sure before they become a serious threat, especially when you're talking about going up against now a Thor count that continues to rise. And he's got a bit of a mixed complement here too. He's got the Corsairs and whatnot. And just, man,
Tempest.
333 Thor. Or sorry, Tempest. Sorry. It just, good luck. I just, again, this all, and how often have we seen this? All this map control, all this money, not enough production. And it is coming back to bite him in the ass. He has, with these harassments on the backside, kept Virus in check from remaxing himself. And so the story of this game might come down to just how do these guys use what units they still have available to them between now and the end game, because they've kind of decimated each other's economies. Although I saw, obviously, one of these men sitting on a much bigger nest egg than the other.
I mean, 5,000 minerals, and dude, if I was him right now, I'd be putting a bunch of Stargates or a bunch of gateways right here, building probes, and just warping in mass amounts of units. I like what he's doing, where he's going to go and keep doing harassment to make sure that Virus does not snowball and continue to add to his army. A lot of this is destroyed, one hits on several of these units. He just needs to buy time. He needs to keep expanding all over the place. He's sitting at 5,200 minerals. This is the time for him to keep building up and buying time. Letting this shit die. Recalling these probes over to this base. Building another base right here. Building more gateways here. While just moving. You don't even need to pay attention to this army. You just need to keep building shit and build enough to the point where the Terran can no longer make any more production, and now you're just going to keep building units to take one big fight. 3 more Thors now coming out, getting very, very scary.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And again with the upgrades, I mean they're so hard to kill.
Yep.
And they do not take much to start killing everything else. It's kind of like the fabled level 3 Zealot, and I don't think MacroMan is sitting on level 3 Zealot. Maybe he is, and I just didn't catch it. But
no.
either way,
2, 2, and 3.
He's getting there. He's getting there. So I mean, these are also deadly, these Zealots. But
That's
I mean,
a big pickup right
so
here.
Much.
He's gonna get another
Yeah,
one if he just focuses. He's not focusing down on that Thor. And unfortunate,
wow.
there you go. He gets it now with the air. He's got a little bit of a wombo combo. He's gonna lose a Tempest there. Poorly played. You need to keep every unit alive. There we go. The carrier's still in play,
look at
though.
the mass of blue.
Yep, but a lot of it's hurt. A lot of it is hurt.
It's true. Yes, there's not a lot that needs to be done to take them out the game, and he still
needs
on
look at your minerals!
Build something! Is this Canada? You've got all this money and all this land, and I'm not seeing a single home anywhere. Make it happen. You can't win this game without building some structures with all these resources. 5,000 minerals, 3,000 gas. This man could max Zealots and win.
Yes.
Like right now.
Yes.
He could build nothing but Zealots and win, and he could build a lot of Zealots right now with all this money.
He
but
better recall
this. Pissing it away.
He better recall this.
Bad.
You do not want to lose this massive units. You do not want to lose this massive units. You need to recall. He is not recalling. He just wasted 5 more Zealots. The carrier's dead. The stalkers are pretty much dead, and now he's down to fucking, what does he have here? 6 stalkers, 4,800 minerals. You're MacroMan! Macro! Build fucking Zealots! Jesus, what are you doing? Don't let this BM fuck win! What the fuck? Build?
I don't...
Oh my god. If it just builds Zealots.
I don't understand.
Just Zealots.
I don't understand.
Lots of them.
All Zealots.
All Zealots right now. Oh god. Oh, he's going to attack again. Some of its units are split.
Oh no.
He got rid of one of the Thors. He's blinking back. Get them out. The Terran is splitting up. The Terran's splitting up.
Well, the Terran's splitting up, but he just ate a bunch of friggin' shots. He's gonna get a bunch of Zealots.
He's gonna lose these. Here we go. That was a bad move by Virus.
Oh,
that was a
Terran
bad
split
move.
up his ball.
Yup. That was a bad move.
It's happening.
Oh my!
It shouldn't be happening, but it's happening.
Dude,
right
he
now.
just lost half of his army right there.
MacroMan does not have the minerals to get back into this game, nor the gas. He can't. Well, he's got the gas. I shouldn't say that. He's got lots of gas.
Yeah.
Virus, sorry, but yeah, he does not have the resources to claw his way back in when he starts losing units like this. Meanwhile, MacroMan can keep throwing money away at Zealots for quite a period of time. He can still build himself 20 level 3 charge lots if he wanted to. And that's a lot of charge lots, and that's more than enough to take out 6 tanks and a dream.
He's got, okay, I think he's got it. I think he's got
That's it.
That's it. That's the show.
He's back up in the top left.
Yeah.
He's got another Nexus.
There's no Thors.
Long-range mining at the moment. There's
no
nothing
Thors
to stop it.
Yeah, it's over. He got it.
He'd have to win a base race, and that's just not going to happen right now. He is making an effort in here with some blue flame alien trying to get some stuff done, but the blink is going to cut them off, completely trap them, clean them up. This is where if I'm MacroMan, I'd be putting pathetic with a space in between every letter as well.
Yep.
Into chat, just to be that guy after all this
split again.
Flapping the gums.
Yep. He split again. I mean, at this point, it's over. It's crazy enough that Virus actually had a chance to win this game.
Totally.
Yeah.
It was just, and it was, you know, Virus had the death ball, and he split it up for no reason. There was no strategic benefit.
Yeah.
For him to split his units like he did.
He needed to just end the game.
He should have been base racing.
Yes,
he
lift off, go to the corner of the map.
Flown into a corner.
Yes.
And base race, and you win.
Yes. Yes. He just didn't do it.
And
just didn't do it.
Now, MacroMan is chirping him back after having to listen to him run his mouth this whole time as we enter the 24th minute of this absolute marathon of a game. Here comes the cavalry.
He's gonna rage quit.
And that's gonna be it. Oh yeah. Oh well, yeah, you can't do anything anymore, son. You got nothing. You got nothing to give. It's all over but the crying.
Yep.
The Void Rays come in to clean up. These tanks go away. Those Hellions can do nothing but watch as their brethren get melted into a million tiny little particles. More DT, salt on the wound. Can't escape them.
Wow.
Entering the base yet again as he sends those Hellions in. Is this where he's decided to try and base race? Really? This is his time.
Yeah, he missed that. He missed that window. Yeah, it's over now.
That window came and gone. He's got 4 Widow Mines. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, God, Virus is so salty.
Super salty.
All
I'd be
these
dancing.
flavors.
Get those units start dancing.
Oh.
Probably a freak in life.
What are you?
Thank you for the points.
Thank you for the points.
Yes. There he goes. Just rage quit. Wow. That was a game. That was a game.
Why do I feel like Virus was self-reporting?
Oh, yeah. Well,
yikes.
That was it. Hey, action-packed, solid game.
It was.
Good diamond game. It was just nonstop. Ever since like the 8-minute mark, 9-minute mark, it's just go.
But Macroman, for real, build some fucking buildings.